Charges have been officially brought against former Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who now faces trial for crimes against humanity. These charges will be tried before the International Crimes Tribunal, the ICT in Bangladesh, which was originally set up to probe the cases that were brought before it in connection with the liberation war in Bangladesh in 1971, where horrific crimes were committed by the Pakistani army. Now, obviously, at this juncture, the ICT has been reconstituted after the interim government led by Mohammad Yunus came to power. And what we know is that the interim government will, of course, go after Sheikh Hasina. That's something that Sheikh Hasina has also said, that given the fact that, she has been also targeting the interim government over what she claims is an effort to illegally seize power. And she claims that Mohammad Yunus, the chief advisor of the interim government, is someone who's a pawn in the hands of foreign powers. Now, Mohammad Yunus has responded pretty sharply to that allegation. In a post on social media platform X, he said that, of course, these are unfounded allegations. He said that the ouster of Sheikh Hasina and the uprising last year were neither a CIA plot or an ISI plot. He said that, of course, these were student uprisings against her government, and the government clamped down on these protests with excessive force, leading to several deaths. And of course, it's the allegations regarding those complaints during the Sheikh Hasina regime that the ICT will be hearing, the International Crimes Tribunal. And Sheikh Hasina, as you know, had to flee the country at that point of time when a violent mob was approaching Ganobabon, the official residence of the Prime Minister at that point in Bangladesh. These were developments that took place in August 2024. Now, today, of course, formally the charges were brought against Sheikh Hasina and her then Home Minister, and also a top police official at that time. These, like I said, are charges related to crimes or allegations of excesses that these security forces conducted, while, of course, the security forces were quelling violent protests in Bangladesh. And, of course, like you know, Sheikh Hasina had to flee her country as a violent mob approached Ganobabon in August 2024 last year. Now, why has Mohammad Yunus had to come out and claim that, this is not an ISI plot or a CIA plot? He said that in a social media post on X. Well, because Sheikh Hasina also has been alleging that Mohammad Yunus is a pawn in the hands of foreign powers. And of course, she was ousted from power because she refused to hand over the St. Martin's Island for a military base. Mohammad Yunus has now, in a social media platform on X, come out and said that this was neither a CIA plot nor an ISI plot, that these were student uprisings that were coming up against Sheikh Hasina. And of course, she has also quoted some UN report as well to justify his claims. But the Sheikh Hasina, of course, has been saying that Yunus is is a pawn in the hands of foreign powers. In fact, Yunus faces allegations of desperately wanting to cling on in power before holding, in spite of, there being every possibility of holding elections. The BNP, the main opposition party during the Sheikh Hasina regime, has also said that Yunus should hold this elections by December. But Mohammad Yunus has given a vague timeline of December to June. Now, this is something that is not acceptable to the BNP as well. But obviously, the Awami League, which Sheikh Hasina led, and which was in power till August 2024, has been banned from contesting the elections. And Sheikh Hasina's son, Sajib Wazed, has also claimed that the Lashkar-e-Taiba, a terrorist organization from Pakistan, was involved in the uprising against her. He's said this using a video clip that surfaced on social media where a Lashkar terrorist is heard claiming that they had a role to play in the uprising in Bangladesh. So that's the basis on which that allegation has been made. But at this point, the focus, of course, remains on this trial that will take place. Sheikh Hasina will be tried by the ICT, the International Crimes Tribunal. If convicted, she could face the death penalty. But obviously, political happenings in Bangladesh are heating up. Mohammad Yunus is under pressure. He is, of course, clarifying through that social media post on X as an example today. But again, all eyes will be on these trials as well, which will be telecast live as the ICT tries the former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, for crimes against humanity, amongst other charges. For more such videos, stay tuned to NDTV's YouTube platform, where we bring you the news with the context in which it is taking place and go beyond the headlines. For all the news and updates, stay tuned to NDTV. Thank you so much for watching.